Welcome. Today we are talking about careers in accounting. In the last 3 videos, we talked about potential careers in financial accounting. We talked about being an SEC or technical accountant. We talked about working in corporate accounting, and we talked about being a certified public accounting and doing financial statement audits. Now we're going to dig into managerial accounting, which is more of some of the things that you're learning in Accounting 311. The first one I want to talk about this week is working in financial planning and analysis. And this is a huge field. Every company, larger company, has an FP&A or financial planning and analysis department. I have worked in smaller companies where there was only like 10 finance people and 3 of them were FP&A. Okay, so what do these people do? First thing, budgeting. Okay, so in financial accounting, we're reporting historical results. In FP&A, we are projecting, right? So that we can plan. The company can plan. How much do we expect to sell? How much do we expect our expenses to be? Are we going to make a profit? How much of a profit? What if we charged a little bit more? What if we charged a little bit less? What if we closed this facility? What if we opened another location over here? So it's a lot of what ifs. So if you like kind of putting puzzles together and putting a lot of like, okay, well, if we do this, we'll make this much money. And if we do this, we'll make this much money. And what if all of a sudden we have a global pandemic? Nobody planned for that. I guarantee you not a single FP&A department had planned for that. But it's kind of fun because it's dynamic like that. The other part of that, so you'll probably do a big budget once a year. And it's a process that could take anywhere from a couple days to a couple months. At Oracle, the budgeting process was pretty prolonged because there was a lot to pull together. But then the other thing you're going to be doing is doing a lot of comparing the budgets to actual results. So when your financial accounting friends give you the actual results and you look and you say, well, we expected to make $1 million of sales, but we only made $900,000. Why? We expected our salaries to be 1.2 million and instead they're 1.7 million. Why? And so you get to do a lot of exploring of why. Why were our actual results different from our budgeted results? So you got to be a little bit of a detective, and then you're going to have to end up being a good guesser. A budget's a guess, but it's an educated guess, and it's our plan that we follow. So huge organizations do that. It's pretty specialized. There are a lot of good budgeting tools out there, but the reality is a lot of it gets done in Excel. So if you want to do this, you might want to be taking care to have some good Excel skills. If you're in Accounting 311 or when you get there, it's module 9, I think, we go through budgeting, so you'll get some experience there. And like I said, you really kind of have to like to play the what if game. But if this sounds good to you, then a career in financial planning and analysis might be a good fit. In order to do this, you're probably going to want to get a 4-year degree. You can get it in accounting or finance. Either of those for an entry-level position, you know, either one's fine. The starting salaries, I'm guessing, are probably in that like 45 to 60 range. They don't start off, but as you move up, you definitely are going to make a lot more. If you're in charge of FP&A for a large company, you know, you could be making the same as a controller, kind of like the $500,000 range. Certainly by the time you're 8 to 10 years into your career, you should be making a pretty solid 6 figures, probably low 6 figures, you know, 110, 120, 130, right in there. So definitely some room to grow. You will want to get that 4-year degree to be making that kind of money. And like I said, you can do accounting, finance, economics. You can become a CPA and then transfer into a role like that, or you can do it just straight on from the beginning. All right, so I hope that's been helpful, and that is under managerial accounting, financial planning, and analysis.